Good evening, everybody. This is meteorologist Andrew Pinero with this next weekend outlook forecast, and this is going to be a bit of a split weekend outlook forecast depending on exactly who you're talking about. So, right now, it's gorgeous. Here, let me step off to the side here. And you're going to see in the background beautiful sunny skies. There's not even a single cloud in this background. Beautiful conditions, and that's going to be with us throughout the rest of this evening that we're going to be seeing. And not just this evening, this is going to be going into the whole weekend as well. Now, I've talked about this before with the weather, where we do have checks and balances with Mother Nature and trying to get to a state of equilibrium. Well, sunny skies and clear, no clouds in the skies at all, that's not fully equilibrium. So when we have very nice weather, that means somewhere else in the world is not having good weather at all. And that's the case for the Gulf of Mexico. So this is the tropical update forecast part of this weekend outlook forecast. So what we're seeing in the Gulf of Mexico area is a tropical storm. And it's not really about the winds. Technically, yes, it's still a tropical storm right at the moment. And what we are seeing is with these winds about 70 miles per hour. Remember, a Category 1 hurricane is considered 74 miles per hour. So not there, it's almost there. But we cannot just look at the winds alone. We also have to look at storm surge. Storm surge is what kills the most people in hurricanes, not the wind. So what's happening is you have the winds bringing in the water, the storm surge. That is what's causing or going to cause major flooding. Then you have the rain. Some of these forecast models we were looking at can have up to 20 or 25 inches of rain. 2 feet of rain in a weekend. That is incredible. That should not normally happen, and that's going to cause a lot of issues. Now, this is also the same area where Hurricane Katrina hit. There have been major improvements to handle storm surge, and we saw some of these storm walls actually come up. They can move up out of the ground. It looks like they have put those up right now, so that has blocked any potential storm surge. But the other issue is it actually has to deal with the Mississippi River. So the Mississippi River, about what they're reporting from down there, was about 16 or 17 feet of just the river itself. Now, when we have this storm surge, say we add a couple of feet on top of there, you can get to 19 or 20 feet, and that is really high waters for the Mississippi River. Because what's going to happen is when we have from that front right quadrant, so when we look at the spin of a hurricane, we have the front right quadrant. That's the most dangerous because that's with the forward movement of the hurricane or the tropical system. And you have counterclockwise rotation with this in the northern hemisphere. So that adds to more of the wind. And with these two together, that's kind of blocking the Mississippi River from draining out. It's almost like it's putting kind of like a cork in the Mississippi River, stopping it from draining. So all of that river flow coming south is going to build up in that Mississippi and Louisiana area, which is a very bad thing when you have the tropical storm, which potentially could be a hurricane. It's very close, but not certain at the moment. But all of this water has to go somewhere, and that's unfortunately going to go where people live, businesses, roadways. All of this is where the water is going to accumulate or just build up, and that's a terrible thing. So if you're in this area, you should heed any evacuation warnings. Don't try and ride this system out. The power of water is not to be underestimated. Even maybe like 10 mile per hour water, which you think, oh, I could run faster. Even, let's cut it down. 5 miles per hour moving water. Most people can run faster than 5 miles per hour. But because of the sheer mass of water moving at 5 miles per hour, if you're in a couple of feet of water moving at that speed, it's going to try and take you out, and it probably will take you out. That is dangerous. So you got to keep that in mind if you're in that area. Heed any evacuation warnings, please. Your safety is not worth anything else that could be in this area. So that's the bad weather that's happening throughout the U.S. Now, also, because we have these checks and balances, so unfortunate, terrible weather is happening in the Gulf of Mexico area. That means we're going to have pretty nice weather. So I'm going to put up my little weekend outlook forecast for the tri-state region up right here. And what we're seeing is very nice weekend. This could be one of the best weekends of the summer. I know summer just started, but it still looks like one of the best weekends. It looks like a very sunny day out there, both Saturday and Sunday. The other thing, too, is look at these temperatures. We could be in the 80s to maybe near 90 tomorrow and on Sunday. I think we may be a bit more into the 90s on Sunday than we are on Saturday, but still, we are going to be having a very hot weekend. And look at these overnight temperatures, too. They're not really getting too cool. Some areas, especially once you say get out east, we could be seeing maybe the upper 60s to the low 70s. But once you get a bit more inland, the overnight lows are pretty much going to be in the mid 70s. So mid 70s overnights, 90s for the highs for this weekend. We have a big old strong high pressure system in place, and that's what's giving us this pretty nice weather. So let me take this down and talk about what's going on beyond the weekend. So this high pressure system, it looks like it's going to maybe extend a little bit into the beginning of next week. But are we going to have even more nice weather continuing on in the week? Or is it really just the beginning of the week? If you want to find out, hit that little subscribe button below and that little bell icon right next to that so you get notified whenever I upload a video or I go live. So that pretty much concludes this weekend outlook forecast, tropical update forecast. So we have in the Northeast pretty much a very, very nice weekend. 90s in some areas, as you saw there. Cool to mild overnights. And then in the Gulf of Mexico, that's where we're seeing the terrible weather for these checks and balances, or this trying to get to equilibrium that we see with science and Mother Nature in meteorology. So again, that pretty much wraps up this video. This is meteorologist Andrew Pinero. Thank you for watching. If you're in the Northeast, again, have a great, fantastic weekend. It's going to be a pretty perfect, almost the best weekend of summer, one of those best weekends of summer. And if you are in the Gulf of Mexico area, please heed any warnings, any evacuation notices, and just try and be safe with this system. If anything, get out of the area. So again, this is meteorologist Andrew Pinero. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.